Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Last time, Kazumi Yuuji was assaulted by 3 thugs while walking in the nearby town. However, he quickly dealt with the situation and happened once again to be at the police station of Mihama Cape, the city where Mihama Academy is close by. Now, let's continue. Ho ha, Alright, here goes. Morning everyone, how's it going? I watch from behind as Michiri boldly leaps into the classroom like a paratrooper jumping into the sky over Normandy. Naturally, she is not as heavily equipped, but in her grim resolve she's a match for any screaming eagle. Without such intestinal fortitude, there's no way the girl could charge so defenselessly into the classroom. Well, unless she's simply unaware of the situation. Wah! Seems like the latter. You are a truly foolish woman, Michiri.
Wait a second, what is this? Why?
And here I was, filled with admiration for your kamikaze spirit, to think you were just wallowing in ignorance.
I had no idea. No wonder no one's in the classroom. Why didn't you tell me?
Because you didn't ask.
Come on, who's going to randomly ask if there's a bee in the classroom?
That's right. The situation, a bee. A flying pest has occupied our classroom and now lies in ambush. Our classmates have all withdrawn from the field.
You gotta tell me before I go in if it's dangerous. How was I supposed to know?
This is exactly why you are renowned as the most brainless of bimbos. Every action should be taken only after consideration of the worst case scenario. Don't you have any common sense at all? What kind of an idiot opens a door without assessing the risks?
I really don't think many people think twice about opening a door.
Whenever you open a door, do so in a steadfast resolve to find Somalia waiting on the other side.
I don't have that kind of resolve. What does that even mean? How am I supposed to open it?
You're not worthy of my instruction.
Give me a break here. Don't be such a cheapskate. Hurry up and tell me how to open doors safely. Got it?
If you're that determined, I suppose I can make an exception. Step 1. Confirm the surrounding area. Standing in front of the door, I demonstrate by pointing sequentially to the ceiling, the floor, my front, my rear, my left, and my right, following with my eyes.
I see. Confirming the surroundings area, eh? What's next?
Observe with the utmost caution, you understand? Search every inch of your surroundings on the assumption that they hide the traps.
Okay, and then? What's going on?
Quiet. We've just begun our 6-hour stakeout period, of course.
That's ridiculous. There's no way I can wait that long.
What? By all rights, we should obtain a map, infiltrate and watch from cover for a week in advance. I'm granting extraordinary permission for a raid after nothing more than an observation period, and you're still not satisfied. Just how far do you expect me to indulge in your laziness, you spoiled bottle-blond, and you call yourself Japanese?
Look, just make it simple, just the basics.
Very well. I'll teach you the simplest possible method, using nice small words. First, we slowly open the door. Then, we throw in the decoy.
What?
Next, we close the door and stand by until the decoys report.
Open the door! Hey, come on!
Listen up, maggot. You have a scouting mission to complete. Desertion in the face of the enemy is treason. If you turn your back on our foe and come crawling to safety, I'll re-educate you with my own hands.
It's buzzing at me!
Calm down and maintain your composure. Don't let panic blind you. Use those holes in your head you call eyes.
God, it's that easy for you to say. Ow, 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 ow.
You're truly hopeless. Very well, I'll go so far as to sing a song to give you courage. La la, gleaming like the morning sun, Walter P.H. 30.
Help me!
I see. She decided to silence her breathing and hide. Compared to the noisily trying to escape, that's a much wiser course of action. She's gained much as such instinctive understanding of the art of reconnaissance in this short time. Michiro, my friend, we might make a scout out of you yet. Michiru's collapsed on the floor, her eyes rolling around in her head. What's all this then? Hey maggot, who authorized you to faint?
The bee! The bee!
Calm yourself. This thing is nothing more than an insect. Ha! Bee eliminated. Situation resolved.
You grab that thing with your bare hands? It'll sting you!
I told you to calm yourself. This kind of bee can't sting.
A bee that doesn't sting?
Listen well. A bee's stinger is part of its ovipositor. Therefore, males don't have one. Look closely. The thing is harmless.
Huh? Oh, you're right. There's no stinger. What the heck? I got all worked up over nothing. Huh? Then why isn't anyone in the classroom?
They jumped to conclusions and mistook this for the dangerous variety. Ran off to get insecticide or something.
Oh. By the way, it's not like I'm scared of bees or anything. Got it? Ah, there's another one. Once you know they don't sting, it's really nothing to worry about. This one harmless too, right?
That's a giant hornet. It stings. Also, it's poisonous.
What?
Shh, it'll sting you if you shout. Keep quiet.
What?
Listen carefully, Michiru. Giant hornets don't just sting. They inject potent venom. Slight digestion, but this thing is called the yak killer because of its poison cocktail.
Did you really have to tell me that right now?
Don't make any sudden movements. Walk slowly and keep quiet. Fortunately, you're blonde, so your coloration is similar to that of a hornet. In other words, there's no problem if he accepts you as his friend.
Really? Dum-de-dum-de-dum, fa-fa-fa-fa-fa-fa-fa.
Oh, offering it a bohemian folk song? Very sensible.
Ah, Mr. B is going click-click. Does this mean we're friends now?
When they clack their mandible together like that, it signifies a final warning. If you make any more stupid moves, you'll be stung for sure. Thank you for waiting, I apologize. It took some time to mix the insecticide. Sachi drags a tank with an atomizing nozzle and hose into the room. It looks like it's designed for spraying agricultural chemicals. Apparently, it's full of her own cocktail.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Hurry up, the insecticide.
What? The bee is hovering around Michiro-sama. Don't worry, this is a special homemade neurotoxin of mine. Fight poison with poison, as they say. Well then, I'll be spraying this through the nozzle, so please wait a moment.
Wait a second. You just said this stuff is something toxic?
Neurotoxin. Sounds like it'll take that hornet out for sure.
If you spray that stuff all over the place, it's obviously gonna get me too.
Don't worry, Michiro-sama, there won't be any problems as long as you don't inhale it before it disperses. I'm sure you can hold your breath for 15 minutes or so, right? Alright, here we go. Ready, set?
I can't do that, okay, Sachi? I cannot do that!
Is that so? In that case, I suppose we can't use this. I'm sure we could have wrapped things up in one shot too. What a shame.
You'd wrap my life up too, come on!
We've got to come up with a plan B or this won't end well. That hornet is pretty worked up.
On that note, why is the bee only going after me?
Just what did you do to that poor hornet?
Nothing, I think. I mean, I just don't get it. Is this my hair color after all? Maybe it's mad because I'm a tsundere. Like, I'm ripping off the queen bee thing?
Michiro-sama, are you sure you don't want to try just a little puff? Even a puff should be quite deadly.
I'm telling you, deadly is the problem here.
Is that so?
It's coming in low this time.
Seems to be aiming at your legs, Michiro. Do you think you'll be needing those in the future?
Of course I will.
I see. It's awfully noisy in here.
Ah, Yumiko, don't come over here!
Excuse me? And what is that supposed to mean?
No, that's not it. There's a...
Look, please don't shout at me this early in the... Stepped on it.
Ah.
What? Can you please use complete sentences?
Never mind. It's nothing really.
Well, alright then. The squashed hornet stuck flat to the bottom of her shoe. Sakaki walks to her desk and takes out a book. Although the girl glances over here briefly, she soon pulls out her bookmark without another word and begins moving her eyes across the lines of text. Sachi, there's got to be a nest somewhere nearby. Think you can find it to give it a dose of that cocktail of yours?
Yes, certainly. In conclusion, Yumiko is the strongest.
Not the type you want to make an enemy of. With this, the hornet incident draws to a close without casualties. Just as they say, at times ignorance is bliss. Well, that is one way to deal with it. After middle school, you won't be popular with the girls if all you can do is fight. You need brains too. Or so my master taught me. So, are you smart then? In response to the obvious question, my master replied that women are more popular if they are a little dim-witted. I think she might have intended it as a joke, not that it was remotely funny. My master wasn't much of a comedian, but there's one thing I'd have to thank her for. Specifically, she's the one who really got me hooked on reading. There are a vast number of books in this world, and the majority are interesting in some way. Even if you get stuck with a seriously dull one, if you look at it critically and figure out why it's a failure, the time you spend with it isn't a complete waste. I devoured books like an addict when I was a kid, and my master would get me anything I wanted to read, even comics or porn magazines. It's a damn good thing if you can enjoy reading. Why? Lets you make use of the time you spend waiting in the dentist office, doesn't it? Am I supposed to laugh now? Not to say that I've gained much wisdom from what I've read in waiting rooms, but I think I can at least smile at those words today. Makina, you there?
Yep, door's open.
Hey, Makina, why aren't you in your own room?
Huh? I left a note.
True. Yes, there was a note on her door. Thing is, the paper was yellowed and wrinkled. There's no telling how long it's been up there. Are you always in Amane's room?
Yeah, now that you mention it, I guess that's what I am, you know?
Yes, the room I've just entered is in fact Amane's. Looking around, a good half of the room is buried in random junk. I'd guess Makina has been doing her best imitation of a squirrel preparing for hibernation, depositing things here little by little with every visit.
Well, don't just stand there, come on in.
I appreciate this in the neighborly spirit, but this isn't your room.
Makina? Somebody there? Yeah, it's Oni-chan.
Well... Yuuji-kun? Why, what's up? Nothing much, just stopped by to lend Makina a book.
A book? What kind?
It's for that thing. I point toward one item among Makina's pile of junk. An aquarium containing her crawfish. She asked me if I knew any books with detailed information on raising crawfish, so I took a look around the store by the station. Ah, so you're the one responsible for that crawfish. This girl carries it in here all of a sudden, then starts saying she's going to turn it blue. We tried just keeping it in the sink for a while, but it would escape in the middle of the night. I ended up having to buy a tank and everything, you know. Sorry about that. I'm not really mad or anything. It's good to see her get interested in animals, I guess.
Hey, the book! Where's the book?
Here, this is it. The part about raising crawfish starts on page 38. The last 2 pages talk about getting them to turn blue.
Thanks, I'm gonna read it right away.
As soon as Makina accepts the book from me, she sits down on the spot with a thumb and starts to rifle through the pages. So, what, they really do turn blue? When I tried this experiment as a kid, there was a range of variation among the individuals, but most of them did turn some shade of blue.
Sounds kind of fun.
By the way, Amane, I have a question of my own. Do you mind?
What?
Why exactly are you constantly half naked?
I wouldn't say constantly, you know. I was just taking a shower.
I see.
And if you're going to bring that up, how about a less delayed reaction?
I'll try to work on that.
But, I mean, I think you do the Qa'Rajh thing and hide your chest before I got a chance to bring it up, usually.
Amane, no more concerned with my glance than before, walks briskly to her vanity and flips her on a hairdryer. I'm a kinda heavy sweater and all, so I have to shower nearly 3 times a day in the summer. Let down my guard and I get prickly heat under my breast. That's really the worst, you know? Big tits are tough in their own way, I see.
Hey, Uni-chan, want a drink?
Yeah, if you're offering.
Okay, hold on just a sec, I'll get something.
Makina places her book on the floor, opens Amane's refrigerator, then promptly sticks her head in and starts rooting around like she owns the place. It's basically as much her room as Amane's by this point.
What? You said something?
Just how long has Makina been hanging around in this room?
Yeah, let's see. Pretty much since she came to this school, I guess. The girl starts crying real loud in the middle of the night if she's alone. That's rude, you know. I don't cry anymore. I go back to my room to sleep every once in a while.
Maybe once a month at best, and for some reason it only tends to happen when you are throwing a temper tantrum.
Hey, Oni-chan, what's your opinion on constantly scolding harpy women?
They say it's a rare thing to find a woman other than your mother who will nag you. Take good care of her, alright?
Even you betray me, Oni-chan. This world really is going to the dogs. Drinking is the only thing that gets me through the day.
As she speaks, Makina hands me a can of orange juice. Look, Makina, can we do something about this Oni-chan thing?
Why?
Well, how can I put this? It feels a little awkward.
I think you'll get used to it eventually, you know? I got used to being called Makina and all.
What do you mean? You don't like being called by your own name?
Truth is, I don't really like the name Makina that much.
Oh, and why is that?
Makina kinda sounds like vagina, you know?
What?
Like I said, vagina.
I see. Well, that's certainly very feminine name.
But you know what? When you say it like vagina, it sort of sounds like an idol or something like that.
Yeah, whatever you say. Hey, Amane?
What's up?
Is this girl high? Just what are you putting in her food?
Don't be rude. I don't feed her anything weird.
So she says, but this is like talking to one of those guys who self-meditate the night before a major operation. I feel like I'm dealing with someone who sees things they shouldn't see and hear voices they shouldn't hear. Instinctively, I drop my head onto Makina's head and vigorously ruffle her hair around.
That hurts, you know.
Your pupils don't look dilated.
If you're that suspicious, how about testing her food for yourself?
What?
I'm talking about dinner, of course. I was planning on Odin today, so once more, no problem at all. Ho ho, Odin, is it?
I'm afraid I'm talking about a kind of stew. The supreme god of the Norse pantheon will not be dining with us tonight.
My stupid pun was intercepted. What a letdown.
The hell?
Well, anyway, there's no problem. More the merrier.
Hey.
Don't be stubborn. You'll embarrass Amane, you know? Come on in.
Makina seizes my hands and tries to forcibly drag me further inside. Well, alright, fine. There probably won't be anything I dislike in an Odin stew anyway. I'll eat pretty much anything that's put in front of me, but I do have some foods I find a little difficult to deal with on a psychological level. Okay, just sit here. Yep. Offered a cushion with a cute, girly design, I sit down a bit reluctantly. In an instant, Makina has plopped herself down on top of my knees. Look, you... What? Why are you sitting on my lap?
Huh? Do you hate having me here?
That's not what I'm saying, but... The line's familiar. I hadn't realized until now, but Makina seems to have a habit of imitating Amane's speech. Now that I think about it, that, you know, she's always tagging on to the end of the sentence for no particular reason seems like it might be a corruption of Amane's frequent, you know. And Makina's forcible tone and attitude toward men also remind me of a certain someone. They do say pets start to resemble their owners. Someday this girl might well become some sort of evil woman who walks around with her tits hanging halfway out, seducing struggling shopkeepers into giving away their livelihood. We can't have that. To tell the truth, from my current position, Makina's modest breasts are clearly visible. For those of certain taste, these things might have a power to tempt exceeding that of Amane's oversized udders.
What's the matter?
Hey, Amane?
What now? My hands are full at the moment.
Why does this girl jump into men's laps without a second thought? I'm leaning toward blaming you.
Excuse me, if you hate it that much, just tell her to get off.
I'm not saying I hate it, but if she starts casually hopping on top of strange old men in town, I think we might run into some problems.
Don't worry, I think I've said this before, but Makina's really pretty shy. Come to think of it, since when were you two this friendly?
Well, we've had a couple of chances to talk recently, I guess.
Even so, I've never seen Makina get so attached to a guy so quickly. Just what did you do to this girl?
Nothing particular comes to mind.
I mean, she can barely speak with most men. The old man at the greengrocer's is about the only guy she can have a decent conversation with, you know?
That a fact.
So why has Makina gotten so attached to me? I don't remember taming her with food or teaching her dirty games behind Mommy's back. I searched my memory, but nothing really stands out. Hey, Oni-chan, can you open this for me?
This should be safe for YouTube, I'm just saying.
Completely disinterested in my rumination, Makina pushes her can of orange juice towards me and tilts her head to the side as she asks for help. A pretty standard pattern among women playing the moe type, who try to tickle the male heart with an appeal to their own helplessness. But Makina's fingers are stubby and thin. It wouldn't be surprising if she really can't open that can.
Yep, here you go.
Thanks, Oni-chan. What's this? You guys really are very friendly. It's rare for Makina to act this bold, you know.
And if you try to pull something like that, I'd probably punch you, right?
Why are you asking me to agree? How the heck am I supposed to reply to that?
So she doesn't just let anybody pamper her like this.
Let's see. For the most part, I don't think I've seen her get this clingy to anyone other than me.
I see.
Whether or not Makina is paying any attention to our conversation about her, she continues to flip through the book on my lap without comment. Hey, Arthi. Jeez, Makina, we can see your breasts. How many times have I told you to wear a bra? That thing feels so cramped, you know? As if you got enough there for it to be cramped. Hurry up, come here. I was almost done reading. Come on, I'll put it on you, so stand up. Amane reaches her hand under Makina's armpits and forcibly drags her off my knees. A sense of emptiness might be going a bit far, but the sudden removal of that limp, warm creature from my lap leaves me feeling slightly lonely. Okay, let's stand on our own, please. Ow! Hey, jeez, don't step on my foot. Sorry. Jeez, okay, I'll take off your camisole, so give me a banzai. Banzai!
Hey, how about having her put on her clothes by herself?
This girl is terribly dressed, or rather she just hates clothes, period. Apparently she was wearing nothing but gowns the whole time while she was in the hospital.
Gowns?
You know, the kind people wear when they're in the hospital for surgery, tied around the back and all.
Ah, right.
Maybe it's because that's the only thing she wore for a while, but she hates any clothes that aren't really loose. Unless someone does it for her like this, she won't even put on her underwear.
Here we go.
Amane, it hurts.
Just deal with it for a second. If we just stuff a little fat from your back and armpit into the cup, like this. Look, you've got some curves now, see?
It's hard to breathe.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Alright, we're all done.
Hehehe, what do you think? My tits big enough for ya?
Yeah, they're shockingly big. What do you eat to get a pair like that?
Bread and strawberries.
You just listed your favorite foods. So, Makina likes bread and strawberries best, huh? Kind of childish taste, but I guess that fits her personality. This girl just doesn't eat that much in general, but when it comes to bread and fruit, she's got a decent appetite.
I like my bread nice and hard, by the way.
Hard bread? What's with that?
French bread, or the German stuff with a firm crust. That sort of thing. Japanese people are generally fond of fluffy soft bread, but for some reason this girl loves hers heavy and stiff. Shit. Limp breads for grannies with rotten teeth, you know. Bread's gotta be bulky and crunchy or it's no good at all.
Well, it's not really good for the mornings, but if I make her a rice sandwich with cheese, ham and lettuce, she'll gobble it down, you know? I see.
Hey, Amane, can I read my book now?
Go ahead. But sit on the floor, got it? I don't want you spilling your juice all over Yuuji-kun's lap.
Yes!
You don't have it easy, do you, Amane?
Well, she's a bit of a handful, but that's kind of what makes her cute. Can't really blame her for being a little weird, you know, that's just how it is.
I'm the sort who tend to suspect the girl purposely acting younger than her age to take advantage of her childish looks. But in this case, I don't think I can disagree. That really is just how she is. Oh, and you know what? That girl loves to call herself an idiot and all, but she's not really stupid in the least. Actually, I think she's quite a bit smarter than me. Well, I suppose if we use you as a standard, the gap isn't quite that dramatic, but...
Rude. Don't take Makina lightly, okay? Want a little demonstration?
Demonstration?
Makina, come here for a second. Okay, what's going on?
Have you finished reading that book?
Yeah, mostly.
Alright, mind lending it to me for a sec? I'll give you a little quiz.
If you say so.
Amane takes the book from Makina and promptly hands it over to me. Okay, then let's start with page 161.
Animal Evolution Series, Age of the Giant Dinosaurs, the Mesozoic era's Jurassic period. Lasting from approximately 200 million years ago to 146 million years ago, the second period of the Mesozoic era was known as the Jurassic and is familiar as the greatest age of the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs having first appeared in the Triassic period evolved into a vast range of species, beginning a period of dominance that would continue through the Cretaceous.
Huh? Wasn't this book about crawfish? It's a general book about animals aimed at children. There's a lot of other stuff in there as well. I opened the book Amane handed to me at page 161. Spread across both pages is a color illustration of a plesiosaur, with words in bold white typeface printed all around it.
So, you checked the book? Was she right?
She was indeed.
Without even a single misplaced word. Okay, let's do page 29 next. That's an ad page. Gobun & Co. Children's Study Series, How Cars Work, The Mysterious Universe, Birdwatching and Environmental Chemistry, Cool Extinct Animals. Japan's Factories, How a Contact Lens is Made, Microorganisms in our Soil, Growing Vegetables with Organic Farming. Okay then, so what's on page 86? Is it true that dogs are smarter than cats? Dog breeds are very diverse, far surpassing other species in their range of variation. Bred by humans for many years, dogs specialized for the hunt, the battlefield and home were created. New varieties continue to be born even now.
Well, did she get those as well? She's correct, alright.
What do you think? Pretty amazing, right? Just by skimming through for a while, she's got every page in that book totally memorized. She's a genius, isn't she?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing to be sure.
Huh? You don't seem as surprised as I'd expect.
Makina, I got a question. Do you remember the photograph of a bird on the page for 144?
Yeah, I know the one.
What color is it?
Don't know.
If I say blue, you sort of think blue, but if I say red, you get the feeling it might be red?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Wait, what? What is it?
Seems like Makina memorizes the page in monochrome, loses the color information.
Huh?
Easier to memorize it quickly that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm not following this at all. To tell the truth, my sister had the exact same skill.
I first noticed my big sister speed reading when she was 7 years old. Watching her flip through the stack of books from the school library incredibly quickly, I couldn't suppress my curiosity. Can you really read them all like that? My sister answered, I'm not reading them, but I am memorizing the contents in a perfectly casual tone of voice. Completely incredulous, I tested my sister on the spot. Exactly like Amane did with Makina just now, I gave her a page number and asked her to read me back the contents. And, of course, she remembered every single word. According to her, it's much faster to memorize the books when they're in black and white. When dealing with books where color information wasn't important, she could even memorize 2 pages simultaneously using her left and right eye. I was totally dumbfounded at the time. 4 years later, by the time she was 11, my sister was managing rapid memorization of color books as well. And thanks to long hours of practice, her left and right eye could actually memorize separate books simultaneously. Hearing that went past the level of surprise. It was outright terrifying.
Basically, she's not reading the book, she's recording the pages as an image in the right side of her brain. When you ask her about the content, she reproduces the image in her right brain and reads it, consciously interpreting the characters with her left brain. That sound about right, Makina?
Yeah, I can't explain it too good, but that's pretty much it.
I still don't get it. How does she do that specifically? I don't know the details myself, but it's basically looking at the page as a picture instead of lines of characters and saving a mental snapshot. Ignoring the meaning, she processes it as rapidly as light information, then draws out the meaning later if she needs to. To put it more simply, it's sort of like she's downloading a compressed file to her hard drive, then extracting what she needs later, I guess.
The heck is that? So she doesn't actually know what's in the book after she's done reading it?
Yeah, exactly.
My biggest problem is that once I memorize something, I tend to forget where I put the memory when I need it. What good is that?
Even if you can record something in your mind, your memory as a whole can still be a disorganized mess. Apparently you can work on that by training your synapses.
How would you do that?
If you repeatedly memorize the same information, it stimulates your synapses and makes it harder to forget. My sister would record the same image 8 times over before she turned the page. Other than that, you can also memorize while moving your body in specific ways, which ties to the image to your procedural memory and makes it more durable.
I don't really get it.
That's fine. Not like there's any reason you have to turn into a genius like that.
Yep. When you become a genius, what you gain isn't admiration so much as envy or enemies. Or so they say.
Who's they, and where did you hear that?
Who was it again? Think I might have read it in a book somewhere, don't really remember. Hey, Amane, it's time to feed the crawfish, you know? Yeah, I'll open the canned food for you. Just hold on a second.
Okay, I guess I'll be
going back to my room, but as the words start to leave my mouth, Makina firmly grabs a hold of my hand. Sit down, okay? I want to read together.
Didn't you finish already?
Yeah, but I want to be together for a while. That not allowed?
No, that's not really what I meant.
Hey, you know something? Sometimes a woman has days where she wants a guy to spoil her.
Oh, that's the first I've heard of it.
And today happens to be just such a day, so you gotta spoil me, okay?
I see. Guess there's no helping it then. I want to be spoiled, so you better spoil me. What an unreasonable demand. If this was Amane, I think I would laugh in her face, call her an idiot, and finish things off with a poke to the forehead. But for some reason, when Makina gets all clingy, it's a bit difficult to fight back. I can't get myself to be too hard on her. Maybe it's because she looks and acts like a child. Soft on children, well, that isn't a bad thing by any means, but I'm probably the type who dies first when the terrorists start strapping bombs to their kids. But now that I think about it, it's not like you're really that much younger than me, are you? Don't give me that puzzled face.
Now, let's just take a seat, Kay? Also, give me a hug.
Look, you, just for the record, today's a one-time deal. Don't think I'll let you cling to me whenever you want, got it?
Yeah, jeez, Oni-chan, you really are a big old tsundere.
Gah. Again with this. I've never really given the matter any thought, but could it be that I really am a tsundere? I mean, can we define the term first? Isn't the tsundere a subspecies of woman that's usually prickly and harsh and then goes all gooey and sweet for some reason? In that case, I don't get it. Where exactly have I been in that saccharine lovey-dovey way? When exactly have I ever been in that saccharine lovey-dovey mode? Well, come to think of it, in letting Makina occupy my knee like this, I have to admit my aura of masculinity seems to have faded a bit. But this is merely an expression of my magnanimous spirit towards the young. It's not like I'm giving her lap access because I personally enjoy having her there or anything.
Ah, that's right. Hey, Yuuji-kun?
What?
Since we're on the topic, is canned mackerel okay for the crawfish food?
Yeah. Basically anything without carotene in it is fine. Oh? What's that supposed to mean? What is it already? You're making me ill. If you have something to say, how about you say it?
No, it's just, you know, she's really truly taken to you. That's nice. I'm a little jealous.
You're not the one who told me to make friends. You're the one who told me to make friends with Makina, you know?
Come on, I'm not criticizing you or anything, but frankly, I didn't really think she'd get attached all of a sudden. I'm just a little surprised, I guess. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Is Makina asleep?
Say what?
I thought she'd been unusually quiet for a few seconds there, but at some point Makina's eyes have fallen shut. Still sitting on my lap, her head is jerking back and forth with her breathing.
I'm sure she was awake just a minute ago.
Well, Makina, sometimes she just falls asleep out of nowhere like that. Come to think of it, there was that time I found her in the rose garden, unconscious in the bushes.
A frequent occurrence?
Well, every once in a while when she uses her brain a lot or something. Might be because of that little reading exercise earlier. She'll sleep for 14 hours a day if you let her, you know.
Really does remind you of a cat, doesn't she?
Sometimes she even falls asleep standing up, so I gotta keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't fall over and hit her head or something. Good thing your lab is available today, Yuuji-kun. Seems like she's really gotten fond of you, huh?
I don't get it. Why get attached to someone like me?
Oh, I think I got an idea. Okay, here's an example. When you're looking at Makina, does the thought, poor girl, pop into your head?
No, can't say it does.
More like, what a hopeless kid. I can't say I've ever felt pity for her. Right, I think that just might be the #1 reason.
Is there a #2 reason?
Let's see, I guess you're not too aware of this yourself, but I don't think you dislike Makina at all, you know. If anything, you maybe find her a little cute.
I'm not sure about that one.
Well, I definitely don't hate her. That said, I think I've thought of her as annoying more often than cute.
Maybe you got the wrong idea about me, Amane, but I tend to say what I think, even to kids. When Makina annoys me, I tell her straight out.
Oh, that's very convincing coming from the guy who's staying put so she can sleep on his lap.
Well, that's... Just don't have any real reason to wake her up at the moment, I guess.
But well, I guess that makes sense too. It's easier for Makina to understand people when they're bluntly honest, compared to when they hold back awkwardly out of sympathy.
I don't treat her gingerly out of sympathy. When she does something truly stupid, I don't overlook it out of pity. And Makina actually prefers it that way. Is that what she's saying?
That's it. When it comes down to it, you're basically sweet to her. Of course, she'd get attached to you.
Sweet to her?
Well, it's nothing to be ashamed of, you know. Those little out-of-character spots round you out nicely, Yuuji-kun.
Since when are you such an expert on my character?
Oh, Makina, you're awake? Did I fall asleep again? Well, yeah, for about 15 minutes or so. Have any nice dreams? Don't remember. I see. Well, here you go. What's this? The canned mackerel. You wanted to feed the crawfish, didn't you? Ah, that's right. Here you go. Eat it all up. Get nice and plump.
She is kind of tottering around. Is that a good idea?
That's par for the course. She's fine. This stuff ain't too tasty.
You sure about that? She seems to be eating from the can of crawfish food.
That's par for the course. She's fine.
You know, it feels like you don't really give a damn.
That's also par for the course.
Ha ha. My throat sticks shut halfway through my attempt at a laugh and I'm sent into a coughing fit.
Hey, are you alright? Amane grabs the half-finished can of orange juice Makina left lying on the table and hands it over to me. I gulp down the contents immediately.
I'm fine. I'm as terrible at laughing as I am at smiling. Also par for the course.
Yeah, we got to fix that eventually.
Fix?
Why is that necessary? In the first place, is a crappy smile really something you can fix? Well, at the moment, fixing that fake-looking smile of yours and the bizarre way Makina talks would probably be my main objectives. What's the matter with the way I talk? The biggest problem right now is that the person in question doesn't even realize how weird she sounds. Shut up, you chin face! The nerve of you! Who do you think calling you a chin face, you little brat? What? Hey, hold it! No, help me! Why, you little... Where'd you get that nasty mouth? You wanted me to shoot shut for you? It hurts if you pull that out, I'll break! Every once in a while, you find a person with a bad habit they are not even aware of until someone points it out to them. Watching this scene, I had my suspicions more or less confirmed. Makina's strange quirk seems to be partially the result of contamination from Amane's less admirable habits. But as a humble and discreet gentleman, I'm frankly at a loss to whether to disrupt the status quo by informing Amane of the log in her eye. My deeply ingrained pain-in-the-ass warning system is also kicking in. There's a good chance the messenger is going to get killed on this one, so my lips are remaining sealed for the moment. The human mind is a well-designed piece of machinery. It has ways to cope with the coexistence of such pros and cons, truth and fictions. When your mind finds itself facing a contradiction, your thoughts tend to fly off in a completely unrelated direction. It's a self-defense mechanism, just like that burning need to clean that always pops up the night before a big test. So, before I realize it, my attention had been drawn to the pleasant rattling sound of something boiling in the pan. The Odin's broth smooth. Flavorful smell tickles my nose.
I'm hungry.
In the end, it would be another 30 minutes before I ate my dinner for that day. And that's a long episode, so we'll have to hold it here. Until next time, take care.